Hello, welcome to another drive time edition of me. And today we are going to be talking about two topics sent in by you, the viewers. And yes, there's two topics today. One on war on terror, so we will have a discussion about the war, and then also we've got a second topic of the game of life and the challenges from an 18-year-old to decide what they're actually going to do when they leave school, college, sixth form, whatever they've been doing. Do they go down the work route or do they go to university? Okay, so let's talk about our first topic today then. So our first topic today is war on terror. Okay, so this one is quite a real big debate really on what actually war on terror is. So terror obviously is one moment while I'm just coming out this junction. Oh yeah, so war on terror. So terror actually is when somebody or someone does something destructive to somebody in a way that can be classed as really demeaning, and basically was given no warning, the other person given no warning, and that's basically what terror is really in a nutshell. So war on terror, is it right, is it wrong? Well, people have a lot of opinions on this. Politicians are very, very good at this too, aren't they? To distinguish, is war on terror actually right? What actually is war on terror? And I think one of the biggest influences on a politician, for instance, is actually the media and the media themselves. So with media hype everything up, don't they? We know this. Yesterday when we were actually in university, we actually watched a thing on YouTube about media and how much what they actually broadcast is it actually real? Is it true fact? And to be honest with you, there's not. If you have a look in America, for instance, there was a case where CNN, I think it's like 40% what they actually broadcast on the news was actually true, and then that's really, really bad. So if you think about our point of view, media, what our media broadcasts, is it actually 100% true? Question. So war on terror, is it right, is it wrong? Well, that's your opinion at the end of the day. I'm not going to say it's right, I'm not going to say it's wrong, but what I do believe is wrong is mass murdering, being destructive against someone else, country, whoever, without actually no motive. Obviously the person's got a motive that's actually doing it, but what actually has innocent lives, innocent people got to actually do with political war and things like that? Religion, people talk about religion about it. Well, I don't know, it's that's the fact of your opinion really, to be honest with you. But war and terror, it can be different forms. So if we look at neighbourhoods, so I'm going to look at a completely different spin on it really. Neighbourhoods. So you've got unruly children, teenagers, neighbours, old people, all ages of life. Okay, so I'm not pinpointing anybody, but with them you can have terror. So they can terrorise their next door neighbour, they can terrorise someone that's 4 doors down the road. And terror is like bullying, really, can be classed as a bit like bullying. But terrorism is a bit obviously more destructive. So is it more physical, is it mental? It can actually, I would probably say, be both. So the next time when you think you're going to have a go at your next door neighbour, or someone down the street, or someone that's walking across the roads, just have a think: are you actually terrorising them, or are you bullying them, or what you're actually going to say to them, slander them, whatever you're going to do? Is it right? Is it wrong? That's obviously what you decide. But back to War on Terror itself. Well, going into these places like Iraq, Afghanistan, yeah, I don't know. I can't say if it's right or wrong. Obviously, people have different opinions on it, and politicians were obviously giving it information, might be misinformed, might not have been misinformed. But my summary of War on Terror, it's the media has a big part to play in this, and what they actually broadcast, and we know it's not all 100%. So maybe the media needs to have a look at themselves on what acts they actually play in War on Terror. Okay, so we're just at a junction, just waiting for traffic lights to go green. It's 1 o'clock according to Free Radio, so yeah, on my way to university. Yeah, War on Terror. It's not. I can't say if it's right or wrong, but to sum up on that scenario, it is wrong for the mass murdering, whatever, like beheading, stuff like that. It's just completely wrong. And people that actually like stick up for it, want to join it. To be honest with you, they've got their views and beliefs, but do you really want to be recognised for that? Your reputation. So in uni we're doing stuff about branding, and you being branded with terrorists, it's a reputation like yourself, what you actually do. So War on Terror, it's your opinion at the end of the day. Obviously it's right to combat terrorism in any format, to stop it, stamp it out. But going to these wars like Afghanistan and Iraq, that's your opinion. Should we have done it? Should we not have done it? And well, you're probably not going to see me now because I am driving. This is actually obviously a recording. You'll probably now see my legs. My camera has actually just fallen from the window. So let's go on to our second topic. The second topic of today is the game of life. So you're an 18-year-old. You're just finishing college or school or sixth form, apprenticeship, whatever. Do you go into work, continue in work, or do you go down the university route? Well, when I left, I chose to go through work, and I had the chance to go to university, but I chose to do work instead. But now there are so many students who are going to university. I believe it's more than doubled from when I was at uni, when I was at school, and that was like 2007 when I left. So you can make the maths on that to say how old I am. But yeah, so university, what's the good points about university? Well, people say they go for the life. People say they go for experience. People go just because of the course. People go to that university because it's in a different city or far away. Or they stay at home. And there are so many pros of going to university and there's so many cons. Obviously you get student finance, but you get a big debt at the end of it. So are you actually going to pay that debt off? Question. That's only you can answer by what you put into university and what you get out of it. What you're going to do afterwards. Is university your dream? Is it going to get you to your dream job? Maybe you need to plan your life. I don't know. Visualise yourself in 5 years. Whereas you go to work, and you go to work, yes, there is the minimum wage, but there's on-the-job training. There's chances of progression. We'll refer this back to obviously my uni course, IT and social media. Within IT itself, the majority of high IT jobs, so we're looking around about £40,000 to £60,000 a year, you have to have a degree. And if you don't have a degree, well, you can't get to them jobs unless obviously you get on the job training and you get trained up by work. But yeah, just the game of life. So I don't know if you played the game of life. It is actually them two avenues. Maybe you have a go at playing it when you've watched this video and you think, oh, shall I be a student or should I go to work? But now there's the other scenario. For all generations, you go to work, you go home, you think you've done 20 odd years at work, and then you decide to go to university. There's a lot of people going to university now who are a lot older, and I think that's right. We shouldn't stop ourselves from progressing. We should always try and help ourselves train a bit better. Are you unhappy in your job role? Maybe you want to progress, but you can't get there because you do need a degree. Well, then university, go to work. Yeah, I'm not saying don't go to work, but finish work, and then think about, wow, shall I do a part-time degree course? The university I'm at the moment does Saturday degrees, and yeah, you could. If I found myself a full-time job and I've got really highly paid in it, I still want to carry on my degree, but maybe it's better to do it at the weekend. Obviously, the cons of going to work. Cons of going to work, yeah, I don't know if you do miss the nightlife of university. Obviously, you don't get into these like freshers stuff and things like that. NUS discount, but how much does NUS actually give you? It gives you 10% for a student in the majority of places, or free McDonald's. But yeah, that's the cons. Obviously, work. You work a full time. You're always at work, and the hours you could work 9 till 6. I don't know. You could work in the night time, mornings, whatever. But to sum up, War on Terror. It's your opinion on whether you condone it or you support it, and it's the game of life. It's your decision whether you go to university or work. Yes, that's the end of the video, because I'm just pulling up to university now, and on a parking space. It's literally just one. It's right at the top. Brilliant. But yeah, tune in and subscribe or view or whatever you want to do to my videos. But please, could you leave me a topic or what you would like me to cover in one of my drive time videos? Anyways, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.